Welcome back if you're new. I'm not sure how long I'm going to stand here because it's kind of in the sun, and I don't really like that. But I'm at the other hot dog place here today. This is the original hot dog place. The other hot dog stand's trying to take all their business, I guess. They do a pretty good job of it, if you ask me. But famous wiener. The famous wiener. Yeah. So I just got here. I was actually talking to one of the workers. He was outside smoking a cigarette. But I have better luck having actual conversations here than just kind of pissing everybody off like I did yesterday. Which isn't my intent. I'm not trying to just make people triggered. But you can't help it, you know. But here I can actually talk to some people. What's up, Jeremy King? You're the first one here. Yeah, I'm doing good. Hey, there's a little race truck I saw yesterday. It's kind of cool. I saw them. I was at the bank and this truck pulled in, and then they pulled into a parking spot and hit their apron under their car on the curb. I was like, ooh. But you know, it is what it is. Kind of funny. It's like an older lady driving it. You wouldn't really expect that. But I'm just getting set up here. How are you doing? Having a good day. I will hook up my mic though because there's a lot of loud trucks that go by. So the sound quality is probably going to be really bad on my phone. So I'll turn this up a little bit. Sorry for the shaky camera. There's a couple of scooters across the street there. Getting a lot of hate on Facebook today. After being at the other place yesterday, some people made a post. Oh, I shared it on YouTube, but I'm sure probably a lot of you guys can see it. They shared a post about their kid eating a hot dog or something like that. And people in the comments were making up all this misinformation about me. So I made another post trying to clear up some of the misinformation. And of course I got a lot of people talking a lot of crap. Even a vegan. She must be an older lady. But she saw all the other people talking shit. And she got mad at me. She was like, "You're wasting your time. And you're making vegans look like they're bad people." All because I tried to make a post clearing up what people were saying about me. But can't make everybody happy. What's up, Chip? Navia? Yeah, I had to go to court this morning for the first time I went to the hot dog stand. They tried to charge me with a harassment. It was just a fine, but the judge ruled me not guilty because obviously it was bullshit. I wasn't harassing anyone. But what really makes me mad is that they didn't charge them with harassment because they were really harassing me. But the lady was making up a lie about my sign, saying that it said 100% of pigs are killed in gas chambers. So let me just turn it around so you can see it. The same sign. She's like, "You made another sign." It's like, I know your sign said 100%. She just wants to believe whatever she wants to believe, I guess. Yeah, right there. What's up, broccoli? So I think I'm going to stand here for a little bit, kind of in the sun, but this is a good spot to get all the traffic because a lot of cars stop here for the red light. It's a really quick light. It's just changed again. It's not too windy, is it? Maybe I should turn the camera a little bit. Or maybe I'll put it over where my scooter is. I'll put it like right here. I don't want the sun to be shining too bright. But people were all triggered because I was talking about giving hot dogs to kids and how I was kind of comparing them to cigarettes. And people were all triggered about that. Like, you can't be filming my kids and things like that. Which that's not what I was really trying to do either. But most of my video was just like this, where it's just, all you could see was really the guy's car, or the guy's truck. He parked the truck in the way. And I was like standing in front of the camera for a while. It's kind of funny. What's up, Pia? And not only does this show to people that are coming down this side of the street, but then a lot of people turn down this road as well. And they'll look at it from across the street. There's a whole line of cars coming this way. I figured it out last time I was here, the way the light changes. How you doing, sir? Whoa, almost blew my sign out of my hand. It's definitely a little windy, more windy today. Very windy. Looks like she's wearing scrubs. I can stand behind this pole and then I'm in the shade a little bit. But she kept going on and on. The one lady thought my sign said 100%, and she kept putting it in there. Definitely said 100%. Definitely said 100%. Kind of funny. What's that thing? Who else is in here now? Hard to see. Let's see. Martin, how's it going? Sharon, Clay, Juiced. Juiced is back. So one side of the sign says that 90% of pigs are killed in gas chambers. There's a guy inside looking at it. And then the other side says if you're not vegan, then you're funding torture. But I like to hold the 90% statistic because most people don't know that. Almost every single person that I talk to says they didn't know. And I didn't know either, you know. I'm sure there's a lot of people in the stream that didn't know. It's a little bit less in other parts of the world, but in the US it's 90%, which is kind of crazy. Oh, there's a trash can here. But throw this away later. My phone's probably going to overheat being in the sun. But I can move it. Let's see. I probably should put it in a better spot. I wonder if I can just put it here in the shade. Just have to move it every little bit. But that blocks it, right? So you guys can still see me. So how many vegans are here in the chat, and how many people like Wes? All he can say is, bacon. You know, you can make 30 different kinds of vegan bacon, like, pretty easily. They probably all taste like crap, but the point is you have other options. You have a lot of other options, too. It's the one bad thing, when a big truck parks here, it's not a lot of cars. But I'm going to try to hold the sign tight. It's going to blow away. I'm hoping that there's a few people that walk by and I can get a couple of conversations going. Let's see, like, where I can stand. I thought about, it's kind of funny. There's a lot of people that commented dumb shit on the Facebook post. I was thinking about taking all their profile pictures and their comments and making a little short about it. I think I talked to this lady last time I was here. Going back in and get her hot dogs again. So you can put a face through all the dumb comments. I saw somebody else do that. I thought it was really funny. Can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah.
How do you feel about animals?
Love animals.
Yeah, me too. Did you know this about pigs? Most of them we put in gas chambers to try to kill them as quick as we can, yeah. And they scream and they cry. And you would agree that we should respect animals, right? Do you know what veganism is? Yeah. Have you ever considered it yourself before?
I was a vegetarian class once.
Yeah. You're like born vegetarian. Your parents raised you that way?
No,
Or you?
I just didn't have a taste.
Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah.
From the baby food on.
Yeah. So a lot of people think that veganism is just a diet, but it's actually an ethical principle against animal exploitation. So is there anything stopping you from being vegan yourself? It sounds like that's like where your heart is.
Yeah, I don't really eat much meat. I was forced. I got put into a facility. They forced me to eat it at 14.
Oh, that's horrible.
But yeah, I'd rather not.
Yeah. I got a card I can share with you.
I'd rather go back to gardening.
Yeah.
That's how I was raised.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
It's the healthiest way to.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some studies out there that show if you follow like a whole food plant-based diet and you make sure you're getting all the nutrients that you need, you can live like 9 years longer.
Be super healthy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too much. We shouldn't be eating animals.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree.
I agree with you.
Yeah, thanks for talking to me.
Have a great day.
You too.
I gotta get my son around the clock longer.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Have a great day.
Yeah, you too. She was nice. Did my chat breeze. Gym rat's back. Tree? Your name is Tree? Is your name actually Tree? Lucky. I don't want to say your name wrong. Quake Box? Yeah, that's funny, Navia. People don't know that, but bacon bits. Most of the time, bacon bits, there's no bacon in them. I think that's hilarious. Every single one of these people in these cars, they all look over. I think it's a chain reaction. So when one person slows down a little bit to read the sign, then everyone else behind them wants to also slow down a little bit to read what's on the sign. And then a lot of people this way, they look at it and they read it and then they just look back away as quick as possible and they try not to look at me. Which, I mean, I don't blame them. I think it's kind of disgusting. Oh, here's one of the feed trucks. They don't have any animals on it though. Normally they have chickens. A lot of them have chickens on the side. But this one has just some of the feed. But he pulled way too far up. There's a truck coming the other way. They're gonna get stuck here. He should know that, being a truck driver. Jim Rat worked on the farm. Guess what? So did I when I was growing up. You think I look sickly? You think I look sickly compared to the half of the people that walk by on the street? It's funny. I'm way healthier than most people. But I was already healthy before I was vegan. But a lot of my biomarkers have improved since being vegan also. I was already way healthier than most people before I was vegan. It's not about health. How you doing, sir? Can I ask you a few questions? Oh, I don't want to get in trouble for the music playing. That's the one thing that messes me up when I'm doing my live streams. If you want to mess somebody up doing their live stream, show up playing music. Then I have to mute it. But all right, now it's gone. Joey the Roach. What kind of name is that? Funny. I'm in Hanover at the Hot Wiener Place, the famous Hot Wiener Place, the original one. It's like right in the middle of town. They're doing some construction here. They were doing this last time I was here, which was a while ago. I wonder what's taking them so long. They must be redoing the whole thing. I'm messing up. I need to get people on the other side of the street. See, one person slows down, then she slows down. There was a gap between those cars, so they didn't. But this guy, that guy's texting and driving. That's why he jerked his car trying to turn. Yikes. Sorry, I missed your question. Are you asking me a question, or are you asking other people in the chat a question? Jim Rat. Yeah, don't put him in timeout. Let him go. He's not really trying to troll. There's other people that are a lot worse. I only time people out if they're spamming like the same thing over and over again. But if somebody wants to come in and just say something stupid, that's fine. Just ignore them. I moved too early. This guy making a lot. There's an EUV. They're cool. A bus. What am I begging for? Did you know this, Casey? There was an S here, but I got hungry. I ate some of my sign. You know, vegans like to eat plastic, so. Hey, PCI, who's in this truck? I don't know him. He must be newer. But I used to work for them. Man, some of those truck drivers that work for them were awesome. Do you agree with this side? If you're not vegan, then you fund torture. Watch Pignorant, watch Dominion, and see what you're paying for when you're buying those products. You know Rob? Do you know Rob? I don't want to say his last name because I'm on my live. Building 1? Yeah, tell him I said hi. I'm Jake. Yeah. That's cool. He knew who I was talking about. He was like, "What does your sign say?" He was like, "Yeah, I know Rob. I'll tell him hi." That's cool. Rob's my buddy. Miss working with him. I'll go over to these guys. These guys know. These guys just want to ignore me. Oh, look at that bike. Came flying by. Let me move this over a little more. Yeah, a bunch of Earthlings. That's another good one. 49er fan. Oh, no. I'm just kidding. I'm a Ravens fan. But not this year. It's pretty hard to be a Ravens fan this year. It's hard to be a lot of different fans this year because everybody seems like they suck. What's the 49ers record? I actually haven't been following up with a lot of other teams, so. I should turn this a little bit too. I'm like kind of out of it. Feeding animals vegan food. Damn, the 49ers are 4-1. The Ravens are 1-4. I think. We suck. I couldn't even watch the last game. I had to turn it off because it was so horrible. Rocky? Never seen that car before. Nice Mustang. This lady's getting a picture of me. No, she's just texting. So many people texting while they're driving. Yikes. There she is. Here, I'll smile for you. You want to get a picture? Here, get a picture of this side. What about this side? She was waiting for me to turn my head, so I didn't see her take a picture of me, but she was. I was trying to be sneaky about it. Get this side. This is the good side. You shouldn't text while you're driving. Causes accidents. Dumbass. Get this side. Put your phone down. Man, those are the two things that really piss me off about people driving. When they park in the crosswalk and when they're texting and driving. This guy's playing loud music again. Can I ask you a couple questions? Cool. There's a young fellow across the street here. Maybe I can ask him. I did get some free speech supporters on my Facebook post that I made. Some people were like, you know, I don't agree with everything that you're saying, but I support you having the ability to say it, you know? How you doing? Can I ask you a few questions?
All right, I'll be right back.
All right. How's it going, Curtis? Mike, is this Adam Sandler? Yeah, German King. I agree with you. I don't think that people are evil just because they eat animal products. I think the people that are worse people are the people that know and they choose not to do anything about it. But most people don't know. And that's why I'm here, right? How's it going? Did you know this?
I got it.
Yeah, I know. I understand. Thanks for what you do. Missing all these cars. But once you know that things are happening behind closed doors that you don't agree with, and then you also know that you don't have to participate in those industries, you don't have to buy those products. If you eat a well-planned plant-based diet, you can actually be healthier, which most people are just selfish and they only care about themselves and their health and things like that anyway. You don't have to give up your health to be vegan. You don't have to give up your health to respect animals. And it's one of the best things you can do for the environment. So if that's something you care about too, they're bonuses. And it aligns with every religion. People want to say that God gave us animals so we can eat them. Maybe he gave us animals so we didn't die when it was necessary. Like before refrigerators, before you could get food from all over the planet, locally raised cows are worse for the planet than getting different food from all over the world, plant-based foods from all over the world. So people that try to tell you that organic, pasture-raised, regenerating the soil and the farms, and trying to take care of the land better while still farming animals, it doesn't work. We don't have the space for that. people can't afford that. It's a huge privilege to be able to afford pasture-raised meat and eggs and things like that. Chickens, cows. So some people say, oh, it's funny because you hear both arguments, right? You'll hear, oh, well, vegan food is peasant food. Like, that's what they gave, you know, poor people. They gave them plant-based food. But then you also hear the other side of the argument where people say that it's a privilege to be vegan because it's so much more expensive. Isn't that funny? People argue both sides. Can I ask you guys a few questions? No.
I got to get back to you.
Oh man, I hope you feel better. That's serious stuff.
My night.
But you can push the one button, and the one button goes all sides.
Okay.
So it'll stop everything. You can walk straight across if you want.
We're not from around.
Yeah, I got you.
We're from the Sherrystown area.
Yeah, that's cool.
I actually have a day off for concussion, so
Yeah.
let me take a lead, okay?
Yeah, cool. Hope you guys have a good day. Hope you get better quick. Drink a lot of water. That's supposed to be good, right?
Oh, I know. I work with Walmart. They enforce it.
Yeah, there you go. How you doing, sir?
Show the gas.
There was an S there, yeah. Gas chambers. Isn't that crazy?
I know, well, sometimes they put bullets in their head too.
Yeah, that's like kind of the other 10%, right? But yeah, most people don't know this. So do you ever think about living vegan? Because if you're not vegan, then you're paying for animal cruelty.
I don't eat pig. I eat chicken and ham.
Yeah, there's a lot of
right. That's their doing it, not the people that eat the food.
Sure, but we demand it when we buy those products, right? And actually, there's not a big percentage. I think it's only like 10 or 15% of birds. They actually get put in gas chambers too. And the USDA is trying to promote more gas chambers for birds because it's better for the businesses. They can make more money. How does that make you feel?
Not good. I don't understand why they got to kill them that way. No,
Yeah.
I know people lived on farm years ago. They just put them on a block and cut their heads off.
Yeah, I mean that's still kind of cruel, right? Even when you think about it, like we wouldn't want that done to us, right?
No, but it happened before down the road, and it can happen again.
Yeah.
At the end time, they're going to have people. You have to decide if you're following Jesus, and you know it, they can crucify you.
Yeah.
Down the road, now in our time.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, that happened before, right?
Yeah, they just crucified people because they believed in God.
Yeah.
Killed.
Yeah. You're against that, though, right? We shouldn't be killing anyone.
But they're end up killing us next. But animals God put on earth for us to eat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what about cats and dogs? Like, we don't eat them, right?
No, they're made for pets. It's different kind of animals. We don't eat pets, but they do. Chinese do put cats in their food.
Yeah, they do.
And I remember when we first moved down here over 20-some years ago, that Chinese metro moved in, then I go out and didn't see no cats running around anymore. Wild cats, as soon as they disappeared.
Yeah, I mean,
so I don't know if they killed
like
them
horses too. You know, we sold tens of thousands of horses in the U.S. for meat last year. We still sell horse meat in the U.S. Yeah.
I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, it's a really, really small percentage because most people see them as pets now too. We don't even like ride them around like we used to. Now we have cars, so everyone rides cars, right?
Well, they still whip them from port races. I think that's cool.
Yeah,
and they're whipping them, and they got them spurs on, and them in their side to make them run faster, just to make.
Yeah, it's all about money, right? So that's what being vegan is. Being vegan is it's an ethical principle against animal exploitation. So we don't bet on horses for horse racing because we know that they're treating them bad.
Gamble.
Yeah.
I don't even want to pay the lottery.
Right. So then why do you think it's okay to give these industries money to put like pigs in gas chambers, for example, or chickens or turkeys?
No. Can't answer why they do that. That's not right.
Yeah, it's just because of the money at the end of the day. I have some cards here I'm passing out. If you want to learn a little bit more about the industries and what you can do to make a difference, go to that website there. And if you put that code in, you'll be able to see the things that I saw that made me decide to live vegan.
That's quite a tough life, ain't it?
It's actually really easy. The hardest part was finding the different food in the grocery store. And then once I found that, it was easy. But then my grocery store rearranged everything. So then I had to do it again. But that was
they arrange everything all the time anyhow.
Yeah, but that was the hardest part. Do you like to cook it all yourself?
I do all my cooking.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm on low income and I can't.
Right, yeah.
I only afford what my food stamps give me. And for that, it's just the money ain't there.
Yeah, some of the cheapest foods at the grocery store are plant-based foods. You get like rice and beans and get some fruits and vegetables, and you can have a pretty well-rounded diet, and it can actually be a little bit cheaper than buying the meats at the store. And you can respect animals. That's the best part.
Yeah.
You would agree that we should all respect animals, right?
Yeah. But they're going to kill them somehow. If they don't do it by chaos, they're going to end up doing it cool. They're going to cut their heads off and whatever, or stab or shoot them.
But if we all stop buying those products, then they're going to kill less and less and less. And hopefully they'll end up phasing it out, no matter which way they're killing them. I think every way is wrong. Kind of like you said, it's all cruel. And God's against animal cruelty too.
I don't think they're going to change that. That's the thing where I can see.
There's only a small percentage of people that are actually hunters. In Pennsylvania, it's like 4% of people are actually
because they can do it
hunters.
painless and just give them a shot and let them die.
Yeah, like our pets, cats and dogs, right? When they get really old and they're suffering, and we euthanize them, right?
Yeah, my niece had to put one of her dogs down because it got so bad, didn't want to eat that.
Yeah, exactly.
And the ribs will start showing and stuff because it wouldn't eat.
Yeah. And they're suffering.
They'll put it down then.
So when we're doing that, right? Yeah, we're doing that in the best interest of the animal, right? We're not doing that to benefit ourselves. But when we eat animals, we're paying other people to kill animals only to benefit us. And I think it's selfish, right? And it's wrong to the animals.
I don't remember what the Bible is. I got to talk to preachers on that.
Yeah. There's a resource on there. If you go to that site, there's a documentary on there called Christspiracy. And it's somebody who was talking to someone just like me, just like this, who was Christian. And he asked if Jesus had an animal and another option that didn't require the sacrifice of this animal, what would Jesus do? And he made that documentary about that question. So it's a Christian, a guy who's been Christian his whole life, and now he's vegan.
It has it about God put animals in the food to feed us.
Sure. There's parts where it said that maybe we needed to.
The way they're doing it is wrong.
Yeah, we needed to eat animals at some time. And there's a part of the Bible that says if you do eat animals, you should hunt them yourself instead of like paying for animals to be killed like in factory farms. So if you read the Bible, then the best way is probably to be vegan.
Yeah, I thought that would be tough.
Yeah, the hardest part is just changing your habits at the beginning. So, like I said, once you find the different foods at the grocery store, there's some other resources on there too. There's a tab for challenges. So watch the documentaries and then go to the challenges, and you just give them your email, and they'll send you recipes and all this other information like for weeks and weeks, and they'll help you change your habits. Make sure you get all your nutrition, to make sure that it's within your budget, everything like that.
I think it'd be tough to change that. I eat a lot of meat.
Yeah, I think you could do it though. Just try to think of it from the perspective of the animals.
8 months ago, I was on a meat diet, and I was in the best health of my life until I had to go off of it. They get my teeth out. I had to go back to carbs. Now I have a whole bunch of health issues.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't eat a whole lot of carbs either. I eat actually probably a lot of fats, healthy fats you can get from plants too.
Yeah. Well, they're saying meat fats are better than other fats, but you have different opinions. I know.
Yeah, there's some research out there that shows that there's other things in those.
I can't eat beans because in the stomach.
Yeah.
Would be tough, and rice. I don't know.
Yeah, there's other things in the meat products though. There's a lot of saturated fat, and that's not good for us. So if you eat healthier plant foods, like some seeds and nuts. There's a lot of healthy fats in seeds and nuts too.
Well, I gotta get going.
All right, it's good talking to you.
Now, not a protest, but keep.
Yeah, just I'm raising awareness. That's what I like to say. Trying to educate people because I didn't know this, and everyone I talk to, they don't know this either. So, thank you. And my phone moved out of the shade. That was a good conversation. He was pulling his phone out, and like he was about to put it in his phone right here while I was talking to him. So I hope he goes and checks it out. That would be really cool. See that guy that just went by up a couple cars, he had a something for his phone up on the window. More people should have that. That way you're not holding your phone and texting. Hands free. Look, this guy that's way back here, he was probably texting. That's why he's so far back. And then this truck over there, it's just running. Big diesel truck just running while the guy's in the store. That's illegal in some states. Need to make that a nationwide thing. Just turn your truck off. And most trucks too. I see all these people with their trucks. They don't ever have anything in the back either. Like, why do you have a big ass truck and you barely ever put anything in the back? It's kind of funny. It's like an American thing. The tool guy. Sorry, I'm not paying that much attention to the chat. What's up, Jimmy? Yep, I agree. Try to keep my head on a swivel. Always trying to pay attention. That guy on that bike did come by pretty quickly. I didn't see him until the last second, but no mercy in me. Fire. Nut cheese. What's up, Erwin? Yeah, there's a brand, it's called Nuts for Cheese. Isn't it? It's kind of more premium. It's a little bit more expensive than other ones, but pretty good. Really good. Yeah, I figured I would come out here today. Did you know this? Just a younger kid. I see the shade coming towards me a little bit from this building. I stand here a little longer, I probably will be in the shade. See you, James. Vegan anthem. Took some creatine. Ugh. Best spot to stand here. It's probably stand like the other side of this pole. Should turn the camera more. You need nothing from an animal. Sometimes when I talk to people on the street and I ask them about animals, they bring up therapy animals or how like we use animals for comfort. Like we take care of them and they help us through hard times and things like that. We value their life. I can see how that's kind of a little selfish, but it doesn't have to be. Not like eating them. But it's interesting. So many people say different things. Did you know this? Yeah. You ever think about being vegan? Yeah. You can do it. It's the best way to respect animals. She said she agrees. Can I give you a card? There's some resources on there that I saw that made me decide to live vegan. Yeah, you're welcome. She appreciated it. She said I think she said she was vegan. And she said, yeah, it's the best way to respect animals. So I appreciate that. You know what I just thought about? No, it can't be this place. What his shirt says. He's got a metal shirt, but I can't read it. Let's see if they want to read the other side here. And that guy was eating. He had like a big bag of popcorn or chips or something. Jason, this dude needs a job. This is my job. Oh, is that a ladybug? Ladybug just landed right in my hand. I think it hit me in the head. I think it hit me in the head and then landed on my hand. And it just flew over there. Let's see, over here. Where's my Corvette parts? That's funny. I used to really like the Stingrays, the old Stingray Corvettes. I always thought they were cool. I don't drive a car. I'll show you my vehicle. It's right here. There's my Corvette right there. Goes about 40 miles an hour. This guy's trying to check out what I'm doing. Now I have another job, but I think that this is important, so I'm here. Try to just kind of pop up when I can. The last couple days, I wasn't really planning ahead too much about coming here, but I will be in Gettysburg tomorrow doing what I normally do. Actually, I'm going to be at the cat rescue tomorrow, so I'll stream that in the morning, and then I'm going to go do outreach. I don't know if I'll just stream the whole thing at once, or might do the cat rescue stream and then take a little break and then do street interviews, street outreach. So I was planning on doing that. But I don't live too far from here. I live in this town. So I could come here pretty quickly, stream for an hour or two, and then go back to my dogs. Made them a bunch of food. I ordered their food, and it normally shows up in like a day or two. But for some reason, it's taking like over a week for their food to get here. So they ran out of their dog food the other day. Luckily, I have some supplements, like taurine. So I was able to go pick up a bunch of food from the grocery store and actually make them some dog food and put the supplements in it and everything. So I just made a whole big batch, and I was waiting for it to cool down, so I figured I'd come here for a little bit, let it cool down, and go back and feed them the dinner. Briefcase tacos. Being vegan isn't a health thing, though. And I don't think that I'm better than other people. Where are you hearing these things from? Why do you think that being vegan is a health thing? Why do you think that vegans think that they're better than other people? I ate meat most of my life. I don't think that I'm better than other people. I think that people that abuse animals are shitty people. And I would hope that you would agree with me on that. I do think I'm better than a person that abuses animals. But even the people, the worst people that kill other people and like hurt children or abuse animals, we don't even put them through a slaughterhouse. So why do we put innocent, defenseless animals through a slaughterhouse? It's one of the things I just realized, that when we do that, when we're paying for that, we're demanding those products when we don't have to, we should probably change. We should probably stop demanding those products, because it goes against how most of us believe anyway. You know, how most of us feel. Yeah. People that abuse animals are shitty people. So we can agree on that, right? So, but why is it okay if you pay other people to do it? Did you know this? Yeah, it's me. Can I share a card with you? Check out the resources on there. That's why I decided to live vegan and speak up for the animals. So I realized that if you're not vegan, then you're funding torture. It's sad, but it's true. Yeah, well, it's from the animal's perspective, right? It's not about my beliefs or your beliefs. It's about the victim's belief, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, you too. She was like, I saw that sign on Facebook. Yeah, the lady posted her picture of her kid eating that hot dog in a group that has 45,000 people in it. And then I copied the picture and blocked the kid's face out and put it on my YouTube as a like a symbolic message of how the industries lie to us. And she got all mad at me about that, about copying her picture that she posted, but I blocked her kid's face out, so you can't see the kid, right? And then, but she posted it herself. She's like, I don't want my kid's picture on social media. What? You literally put it on social media. His face and everything, eating a hot dog. To tens of thousands of people. And then I put it on YouTube for my 300 subscribers. Like, man, that's kind of crazy. Hey, look, there's my friend. Wonder if she's going to come over. She's vegan. My vegan friend across the street. She might want to come say something to the camera. Yeah, Brian, right? How's it going? She just went into the hot dog place. I wonder why she went in there. Agriculture truck. They're like blocking the road. That's funny. Did you know this? She wants to ignore me. You got a cool car? The sign guys. And the damn sun came out again. That's the one thing I hate about living here. The swing in temperature. It'll be like 85 degrees during the day, and then it'll be like 40 degrees at night. It can't just like stay in the middle. It's either too hot or it's too cold. Just gonna do it. Yeah. She pulled up way too far. See, she's parked in the crosswalk. Try to force their way through the intersection. But you really don't want to do that here, because if a truck comes the other way, you make it hard for them to turn, which now there is a truck coming. Is it Jubilee or Jubilee? I forget it again. Yeah, some people do that. They're like, wait a minute, there's a guy with a sign. We must zoom past him so we don't read his sign. But then you get stuck here, and I'll just stand here next to your car anyway. See, like, this truck's trying to turn. Yeah, right? He's like, what the fuck?
I get over a timeline. He's like, but I need a hot He just had surgery. He had
Really?
lines to
Oh, no.
created like an infection in his knee
Damn.
that like they drain out, they like wash out, and it's like
yeah.
not just the draining, it's like a full surgery.
Yeah,
So
wow.
it's an emergency situation. That yeah, it's like been home from school. Like, dude, we gotta get you out of the house and doing something.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope it heals up quick. Like, yeah. That sucks. Yeah. Huh. They don't have any plant-based options in there. She's got a hot dog for her kid. I guess her kid's not vegan. That's kind of weird. Didn't know that. This guy from Iowa. She said something before about eating honey, I think, which I thought was kind of weird. She's got a 100% vegan cafe. Everything there is vegan all the time. But then she feeds hot dogs to her kid and eats honey sometimes. Huh. Weird. I'm talking. Sorry, I keep walking off the screen. Probably, I have to keep my phone here so it doesn't overheat. Otherwise, I would put it in a different spot so you could see me better. It's not in the shade here either. I'm walking up the sidewalk a little bit so I can show more people the sign a little closer. But did you know that 90% of pigs are killed in gas chambers? Meat are so much better. I think you're missing a letter there. But that's alright. I mess up when I talk a lot. Well, why do you call it meat? Why don't you just call it like a dead animal like it is? What's up, Brett? And you would agree that people shouldn't abuse animals, right? Do you think it's abuse when we just kill them quickly? But like, that's not even really what happens. They normally die within like minutes and they suffer. It's pretty sad, actually. Did you know this? You can put our window up. I can still hold the sign. Imagine being triggered by a guy holding the sign. It's this lady. How you doing? Good. Did you know this? Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? He's like, oh, that's horrible. For all the people that say I'm never going to change anyone's mind, I've changed dozens of people's minds, including my father's and his wife. I don't know if they're vegan, but I got to talk to them about it again. They said they were going to eat 100% plant-based for an entire week, which was like last week. But I figured once she realizes how easy it is, she's probably not going to go back to eating meat. And my dad's basically there. How you doing? Did you know this? Yeah. You ever think about being vegan? No? Why not? I don't know what she said. She said no, but I don't know why. But of course, she didn't know that 90% are killed in gas chambers. Nobody knows. She looked like she was going to put her window up, but she didn't. I was waiting for it. This big cloud came in. If the sun's not out, it's like super comfortable out. It's a really nice day. It's just a little hot in the sun. The light just changed, buddy. I think she might have been texting. She had her phone like down on her lap or something though. This guy's trying to pull up more. Why are you pulling up more? It's a red light. Now it's a green light. Sorry if the lighting's kind of bad. It's hard for me to see my phone when I'm far away with my sunglasses on. But I might not need them anymore. Seems. I'm not out here to change every single person's mind right away. But, like, what are the statistics? There's like 2% if people are vegan. Most people want to respect animals and would agree that we should respect animals. It's commies. What is respecting animals has nothing to do with communism. You guys just throw all these funny labels out there. All the vegans are gay, Democrats that are also communists. What else does everyone say about we're all weak, unhealthy? So funny. Literally, I'm not any of those things. Couldn't be further from the truth. What's that guy doing with his phone? Damn, people. What's up, John? You know you can put vegan tacos in your briefcase. Change your name, briefcase vegan tacos. I actually made some tacos the other day. They were really good. What's up, guys? Did you know this? You guys ever think about living vegan? You guys would say you're against animal abuse, right? Most people are. When we pay these industries for animal products, what they do to the animals is pretty cruel. Go online, watch Dominion, and they'll show you what happens. That lady's on the phone. Damn, that kid looked miserable. Whoops. Do a backflip. No, I can't do a backflip, unfortunately. I wish I could. I got bad knees and a bad ankle. I'd probably end up spraining my ankle if I tried that. Say that in Broccoli's. If Broccoli's still here. After he did his first live stream, he did a celebratory backflip. It was kind of cool. He used to do parkour. But I am in pretty good shape. I used to be a runner until I hurt my knees. I used to run cross country. I could run for like hours. I mean, I'm still in good shape, but I just can't do that anymore with my knees, unfortunately. Pigeons. back over here. That guy was texting. So many people texting on their phones, literally driving through the middle of town. No wonder there's so many accidents. It was the same intersection, I think. In the last 2 days, there was 2 accidents in the same intersection, and both times a car flipped over on the top of the car, on the roof. People are like, is this the same accident? Like, no, it's another accident. It just looks exactly the same. People don't know how to freaking drive. See, one guy slows down, and then the other guy slows down. There was only 2 cars. Yeah, but this place doesn't care about me standing out here. Did you know this? Most people don't know. Did you ever think about living vegan?
I'm sorry, man. That's so good.
Yeah. Do you think it's harder to live vegan or harder for the animals? Yeah. I think you could do it. You're against animal cruelty, right? Most people would say they're against animal cruelty. Yeah. Yeah, so when they put them in gas chambers, they scream and they cry, and it burns them for, like, their insides. It's not like they just fall asleep, you know, like some people think. Can I ask you a few questions?
I'm already waiting.
No, have a good day. So if you found out you could choose other things, do you think maybe that you should consider choosing those other options and oppose that animal cruelty? Yeah. Can I share a card with you? You can look into it a little bit more? Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
And then you can maybe get them to add some plant-based options to the menu. That'd be cool. He works here. He's out here smoking a cigarette. But he's like, I'll take the card, I'll look into it. But everybody thinks it's so hard. I need to make that on the sign. Living vegan is easy. Need to put all these on the bricks in Gettysburg. All these little things. I gotta figure out how much it is. I'm gonna buy a shitload of bricks. It's gonna have all these things on there. You got dairy milk in there? Nope. Cool. Awesome. The baby cows appreciate it. Can I ask you a few questions? Did you know this, ma'am? You're a cute dog. Can I share a card with you? No. All right. Yeah, what about pigs and chickens? They put chickens in gas chambers too. Turkeys. Can I share a card with you? Why not vegan? Hi, buddy. If you're already vegetarian, then you're most of the way there. Are you vegetarian for the animals? Yeah. Yeah, check out some of those resources, and there's some challenges you can sign up for. Some people are impatient. I don't know who beeped. Really cool looking bike. Did you guys know this? Yeah, isn't that crazy? Where did that glove come from? I hate seeing trash here. I'm not going to touch that glove, though, unfortunately. Normally, I'll pick the trash up on the ground. There's so much trash on the ground here. I volunteer once a month to pick up trash around town, and we start like right here. We go down this way. How you doing, sir? Can I ask you a couple of questions? Oh, if you can hear me. There goes the glove. She got her music turned up really loud. What's going on? Got attacked by a kangaroo. That's crazy. Well, I'm glad you're okay. Kangaroos can be kind of mean, can't they? There was a guy I talked to in Gettysburg, and I asked him, I forget what it was, a hat? I said, did an animal die for that hat? And he said, yeah, a kangaroo. It's like, oh shit. Kangaroo. Don't hear that very often in the United States. This lady just wants to ignore me, I guess. I can probably move the camera now. Looks like there's a shady spot over there. Probably work a little bit better. But I wasn't really planning on being here very long, so I might wrap it up soon. But if you're against gas chambers, you should probably live vegan. We're trying to put more and more birds in gas chambers. Say that it's more humane to put birds in gas chambers than to electrocute them. So the USDA is trying to push more gas chambers. Isn't that weird? But they don't want to do it for cows. And I don't know why they do it for, I mean, I guess they just do it for pigs because they make more money. But when I did research about cows and why don't they just make bigger gas chambers for cows too, they say that a bolt gun is more humane than a gas chamber, right? I mean, that would make sense if you think about it. But at some points, they decided that bolt guns are too slow for pigs, so they force them into gas chambers, which is really crazy. I don't know, maybe, I mean, I don't know. I guess I need to do a little bit more research about when these processes started. Like, when did they start using gas chambers? When did they start using the bolt guns? But it's kind of crazy. This guy's going in here. Billbert. Yeah, I'm definitely AI. Yeah, get a job. Get a job. How do you know it's just not my day off? Alright, I'm going to move this. They put it this way. Spin this out this way. Yeah, Taylor to be bossed around and get no money. I actually made a decent amount of money doing what I was doing. I had a really good job. I could go get a really good job if I wanted to. I have a pretty good resume, but I don't want to work for another person. I don't need to work for another person. I have my own business. I have a few part-time jobs that work for myself. I make my own schedule and do a lot of volunteer work, which I'm really happy that I have the time to do all the volunteer work now. And this is like one of them. I don't want to walk too far. I can make sure, figure out where I can stand again. I do need to make another sign though, because I ate part of this one. I ate the corner. So it just says gas chamber. The S is gone. Lines are easy. Jake Plain. Is your last name really Plain? That's a cool name. It says 90%, not 100. Like people yesterday, after I left, they kept saying my sign said 100% of pigs are killed in gas chambers. 90% in the U.S. This is a U.S. statistic. It's not global. Around 90% of the pigs in the United States are forced into a gas chamber so people can eat them. And they don't fall asleep. They're tortured. The sun is still moving this way. I'm going to have to back this up a little bit. Too far. Now the shade will go into the phone a little bit better. Did you know this? Yeah, it's kind of sad. Do you ever think about living vegan? Yeah, give it a thought. You're against animal cruelty, right? Yeah, you're a hunter? Yeah. Do you think that it's better to hunt air animals than to get them from like a factory farm? So just remember we have a third option, and that's to eat plants and let the animals live. Do you think maybe that might be a better option? Instead of killing animals? Just killing them in general. If we had a choice to not kill them, you could be just as healthy. It might even save you some money. Yeah, I mean, I thought the same thing. So I did some more research on it. Look up Challenge 22. They'll send you information for 22 days. Yeah, thank you. Use a open-minded hunter, which I talk to them a lot. Different hunters that They want to respect animals. They feel bad when they kill an animal, right? I didn't ask him that, but I could tell. Most people, most hunters, they want to like thank the animal. They pray for the animal or whatever, you know. Hey, there's my oh, that's a Lambo. There's my ride. I gotta go. See you guys. It's a Lamborghini over there. Who is it saying, where's my Corvette? I don't think you guys can see it. See it over there at the light? It's orange. Yeah, I can zoom in. There's my ride, guys. I gotta go. I'll see you later. Just kidding. Did you know this? This guy trying to ignore me. She's got a dog on her lap. Guy's got a black Ford Lightning. I like the black. The black Ford Lightnings with the blue reminds me of my car. Had a black Chevy Bolt with blue. Put some blue like around the wheels. Looked kind of cool. They had the blue name on the back of it. And on the front, we put like a license plate frame that had like shark's teeth on it. Looked kind of cool. What are you guys deleting messages for? The challenge 22 is in the description of the video. If you go into the description, you can see some of the challenges. January, challenge 22. Sign up for them with your email. It's free. You can talk to a mentor. Make sure you're getting all your nutrition. I like 10 weeks to vegan. I don't have that link in there, but you can look it up. It's veganoutreach.org. It's the website. You can just search 10 weeks to vegan. You should be able to find it. Vegan Easy is another one. It's a bunch of different groups you can sign up for. They'll help you. You can ask, they'll put you in like a Facebook group. You can ask questions about different alternatives, replacements. But it's a lot easier than you would think. Yeah, you want to try it for a month? Do a Veganuary. It's 31 days, so do that one. It's a month. Challenge 22 is only 3 weeks, 22 days. But I like to tell people, sign up for 10 weeks to vegan, and you'll probably have it figured out by the end of the 10 weeks. Like, you probably won't even need the 10 weeks. Honestly, I didn't sign up for any of those. I just figured it out on my own. I looked things up. I talked to ChatGTP about it. You know, and I needed to replace something. and I cook a lot of my own meals. So I already kind of had a passion for cooking a little bit for the last couple years. And if you know how to cook just some basics, you know how to season stuff, combine seasonings to make good flavors, it's actually pretty easy. Nutritional yeast, flaxseed meal. If you get the ground up flax seeds, nutritional yeast, extra virgin olive oil, some salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. I'll cook tofu and I'll put all that in there with it, mix it all up with some veggies. I eat that like all the time. It's really good. Move this down a little bit so it's not in the sun anymore. Yeah, that's another thing I'll say. Like, most people eat the same 5 dead animals. If you want more options, I'm giving you more options. There's like 50,000 different plants you can eat. Unlimited combinations. It's way nicer over here in the shade. I could stand here when there's no cars on this side. When people are driving full speed, I don't think they can read this fast enough. I need to move my scooter down. I don't know if I'm going to get any more conversations, though. A lot of people walk to this hot dog place from the other street that I'm not on. Not as many people walk down this way. Too close. The G4. This guy walking his dog across the street. Cute dog. Cute dog. Is that Suicide Boys? Did you know this? I don't think she can hear me. Can you guys hear that music? Do you know who that is? I can't stand over there too long. Yeah, 90% of pigs are killed in gas chambers. They don't want you to know. Move it over this way a little more. I'm just gonna kind of stand over here if I can. The traffic lights are off or something. Because the traffic's moving different than it was not that long ago. Now they're both going at the same time. And there was like no cars here for a minute. I don't know, it's kind of weird. So much trash in the street. Almost got 30 likes. That's cool. Thanks, everyone. Plastic. Yeah, plastic's not very good for the animals. I've had these sunglasses. You're talking about mine? These are like safety glasses. I've had these for like 4 years. I have a whole box of them. Bought the whole box like years ago. I have multiple pairs of them. They were super cheap. It was before I was vegan, but it is just plastic. So, but I don't pack my microgreens in plastic. I use plastic that's made from plants. So as much as I can, I try not to buy plastic and stuff like that. But you know, most of the plastic in the ocean is from commercial fishing. So if you really care about plastic ending up in the ocean or plastic in general, you shouldn't eat fish. We had the whole plastic straw thing because there were some pictures of turtles choking on plastic straws or whatever. You know, 1%, I think they said 1% of the plastic in the ocean is from plastic straws, and over 50% is from fishing nets. So, I mean, you using a paper straw compared to you not eating fish, big difference. Look at those bites. Seitan, tofu, tempeh. Yeah, I'm live. Vegan tacos, TVP. But just like I said earlier, you can just look it up online or ChatGTP, a really good resource. List, you know, the best plant-based proteins, and there you go. The sun's chasing me down the street. I'm gonna move this down here now. Oh, that's a big dog poop. Oh my goodness. That's if you've been watching my lives for a while, you know that's another thing that bothers me. People not picking up after the dogs. This guy's gonna screw my live up. Hold on. Some guy just drove by, and he had a beard, big beard, kind of like mine, but it was like this long. It's huge. It's like super wide. But I think he was bald. He didn't have any hair on his head. It's kind of funny. She's texting and driving. Watch out for that lady. See, where'd all the cars go? They're all stopped down at the light back there. Lazy bums. Nothing to do. You got nothing to do? Boiling Spring Lakes. People with beards have no money for shaving devices. You're funny. You guys are gay. Yeah, all vegans are gay. Didn't you know that? So I've been told. We're all we're all Democrats and communists, and we're all gay, and we're all protein deficient and super unhealthy. Have no muscle. We're totally weak. What else? What else can you say? I was saying earlier that I ate part of my sign because vegans like to eat plastic, you know?
I have you a question. Not
Sure.
trying to start an argument or anything, but are you protesting the hot dog shop?
In a way,
Or
sure.
what does pigs mean? Is that a metaphor?
No, most pigs are forced into a gas chamber.
So you're protesting the hot dog shop,
Protesting the industry.
who uses 100%
So-
beef hot dogs.
Yeah, that's fine, whatever. It's the industry. You ever thought about living vegan?
Humans are carnivores. We have canine teeth for a
We're
reason.
not carnivores.
We have canine teeth for a reason. It's common sense.
So do hippos. Hippos are herbivores. They got the biggest canines. What are you talking about? You think you're a carnivore? Why don't you go catch a squirrel with your mouth and eat the whole thing? Exactly. You don't have the ability to. That's my point. You got it. Good job, dumbass. So, like he asked, am I protesting the hot dog place? No, I'm not protesting the hot dog place because they can change. They can serve other products, right? They can serve plant-based hot dogs. Slaughterhouses can't change. What are they going to do? Slaughter carrots? That's not a thing. What we need to end is the way animals are viewed as property. The way that we treat animals needs to change. That's what I'm protesting. I'm not protesting any specific businesses, like in town here. I went in there last time. I didn't do it this time, but last time I did the stream here in the same spot, I went inside and I asked them, why don't you guys add some plant-based options? And you know what they said? We've been doing this for 100 years. We're never going to change. Proud about it. Proud that they're never going to change. Do you think that taking an animal's life for an optional product is halal? It's all haram. There's no way that you can take an animal's life unnecessarily and call it halal. It doesn't work. You can choose other products. The most halal thing is to be vegan. This isn't a good spot to get the cars across the street. I don't know. I might not stay too much longer. I want to get back to my dogs anyway. I know their food's probably cooled down by now. Yeah, soy milk. I drink soy milk. It's got a lot of protein in it, and it's obviously good for the animals. organic soy milk, doesn't have pesticides thrown on it. Put your phone down. The guy works for the borough or something too, and he's texting and driving. Seaman vegan. I mean, if it's consensual, there's no problem, right? It's all about the animals. How you doing? Can I ask you a couple questions?
Sure, why not?
How do you feel about animals?
Like, for food or as, like, animals for animals' sake?
Just, I mean, in general, like, what's your favorite animal? That's what I ask people when they ask that.
I like German Shepherds.
Yeah, dogs, yeah.
Yeah.
So why do you think we treat our dogs one way and then we treat farm animals a different way? Just,
Well, I think it's good if owner and for, like, pets or farm animals should be treated about roughly the same.
Yeah.
Because it's like, why would you, like, it's like if you kick a, why would you kick a pig? It's a pig.
right. Yeah, so why do we put them into gas chambers? 90% of them in the U.S. go into gas chambers, and then it's about 85% around the whole world. And it's not like they just fall asleep. Some people will say that, like, you know, they just fall asleep and they don't feel any pain, right?
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not calling you a liar or anything.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
curious and you'll look it up.
Yeah, look it up. I wish more people would pull their phone out and look it up, because most people just like think that I'm lying, and then they just never look into it and they never want to learn more. And I think we should be more open-minded. And if I'm wrong, then I'll change the number. You know, I don't want to spread misinformation or anything like that. So if when I talk to people like you that are open-minded and they want to prove that anything that I say is wrong, I don't normally throw a lot of statistics out there, but because sometimes I might get them mixed up. I actually did that like last week. I was saying something and I was totally wrong, and somebody called me out, and I said I apologize, and I said I'll never say that again. But most people are against animal abuse, right? Most people are against animal cruelty. So I thought about it a little bit more, and I realized that I don't need anything from an animal. And I decided to live vegan.
Huh. 86 to 90% of approximately 130 million pigs in the U.S. each year are slaughtered using CO2 gas systems.
Yeah, exactly. It's CO2, so it burns them. It's like when you open a can of Coke and it like fizzes, or you drink soda too fast and it like burns your nose, burns your your sinuses or whatever. It's the same thing we do to them. We do it to them until they die.
Interesting. Now, personally, I like bacon. Bacon's delicious.
You guys ever think about being vegan?
Nah, that's not personal vegan. I have a high metabolism.
So do I.
Really? You
Yeah.
survive off that?
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
actually
you do it
gained
right.
weight. Yeah, actually gained weight. I only got one card left, unfortunately. Which
That's
one
something
of you
you
guys want?
read it.
It's a website. You got to go to the website. You can take a picture of it.
Like for me, it's like most of the butcheries that I know of use the quick and mostly painless.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
the
just
bolt
quick.
guns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quick and quiet.
Yep.
Not torturous.
Right.
And most of them don't even know it's going to happen.
Right.
And
Yeah, that's what I was.
I think that would be a better method.
Cool. Thank
I
you.
don't know why it's not more utilized.
Yeah. I think it's just because it all comes down to money, So there's actually some other things that they do to pigs, and especially in factory farms.
I don't like factory farms.
Yeah, most people don't, right? But but we need factory farms to feed everyone the meat that they want, because if they weren't in factory farms and we gave them more room, we would run out of room. We don't have enough room to do that because there's so many animals. There's 92 billion animals we slaughtered last year. It's over 10 times the population of people. And we're feeding all these animals too. So it's not a very efficient system because we feed them like 15 times more the calories than we get back out of the animal.
That's why I think that we as a society, like personally, this is, if you disagree, you can disagree. I'm not going to like hate on you for disagreeing with me.
Yeah.
I think we need to like promote more hunting and fishing because it preserves space for both farmland and agriculture and a living residence.
So fish, one of the numbers on fish is like 2 trillion fish that we killed last year, catching them out of the ocean and farming them. We farm a lot of fish now. A really good video I saw the other day, it's on YouTube, it's called How Conscious is a Fish? And
I think I actually saw that one in my YouTube recommendations, actually.
Yeah, check it out because I learned a lot of stuff about it, about fish specifically. And I don't think, look, there's a hand sticking out of that trunk. That's funny.
A little atomically odd for a truck.
Yeah.
Because it's like, that means you have to somehow get your hand under. But yeah, I'll definitely have to look into it.
Yeah, check that out. Here, you can take this card too and go to that website. There's some documentaries. There's a couple of different tabs on that site. If you put the code in, you'll see the videos that I saw that I decided to live vegan. There's some speeches. There's some stuff that's kind of graphic. If you don't want to watch like the graphic stuff in the factory farm, some people have already seen that.
Between you and me, I've seen death face to face.
Yeah.
I'm no stranger.
Me too, unfortunately.
Well, sir, you have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for talking to me.
Yeah, no worries.
What's going on? So I just gave my last card out. I didn't bring as many today. So I think I'll probably just wrap up. There's a nice Camaro. Eating meat is weird. I agree. So he was open-minded. He saw my sign and instantly pulled his phone out. He's like, I'm going to look this up. And from his source, it said 86 to 90%. So obviously I picked a higher number, put it on my sign. But it's, about. I normally tell people about 90%. Because it's hard to know exactly, right? And he was thinking about it. But he said we should do more fishing. But that's not sustainable either. I saw another thing about the oceans. Only 3% of the oceans are protected. That's kind of why we're killing everything in the ocean. What was it? Seaspiracy said that. Was it from Seaspiracy? They said we're going to have fishless oceans by 2050 if we keep doing what we're doing. And it stinks. But hopefully he looks into how conscious is a fish and realizes that fishing's not going to help. The best thing to do is just to live vegan, right? Eat the plants instead. Can't you guys get along? I wish we could all get along, but people think that speaking up for the animals is like attacking them. It's really crazy because I try to be more compassionate, right? When I talk to people, and there's all the bad kids in town. Did you see that? The gang of teenagers that they harass everybody. Go into the local stores and rob them and shit like that. But yeah, the best thing to do is just to live vegan, right? We shouldn't be disrespecting any of those animals. What's racist? Yeah, we are animals. Somebody put you in timeout again? It must be somebody else that wasn't here earlier. I asked you guys to not put Jim Rat in timeout, but I don't know what you said. Maybe you said something. But yeah, if you guys put Jim Rat in timeout, just leave him alone. He's not trying to say anything mean. He's just trying to learn. It's just taking him a little bit longer to learn than other people. That's something I say too. Like, everybody's smart. I don't call people stupid. I'll sometimes I'll call people stupid. But if you're actually like trying to learn things, some people just learn at different speeds as other people. So if you're actually trying to, if you're not being mean. Trucks go by. If you're just asking questions, it might get annoying if people ask the same questions over and over again, but they might honestly just be trying to learn. This planet's going to die soon. There's no reason to protest. By that, it will be worse. You think it'll be worse by trying to talk to people about killing animals? Yeah, build muscle. My body fat is the same, and I've gained weight. I can do more reps now than I used to be able to before I was vegan. I can exercise basically every day. I've had some type of like cold for a little while now, so I haven't been doing as many days of exercising as I was like a few weeks ago. Your aminos, you can get everything from plants. Just eat a variety of plants. Like I was saying earlier, like some different kinds of seeds, some different protein sources. Yeah, 150 to 200 grams of protein. Seitan, tempeh, tofu. There's a couple of like staples. Well, saying things like I'm a meat eater and it's going to stay that way, that's not having an open mind. I'm not actually in Gettysburg today. I'm in my town. It's Hanover, but it's close by Gettysburg. I'm going to be in Gettysburg tomorrow. I was vegan last Thanksgiving. It was my first vegan Thanksgiving. Went to my mom's house and I brought a vegan shepherd's pie. Actually, the lady that I was talking to earlier is the one that made it. A vegan shepherd's pie. What else did I have? Mashed potatoes. Like a vegan pumpkin pie. A lot of the similar kinds of things. But I didn't have a turkey, obviously. I don't know what I'm going to do this year, though. I'm probably going to maybe I'll make my own. The shepherd's pie, honestly, was not that good. I was actually really disappointed. It kind of sucked. I'm sure it would have been better fresh, so I might make it myself this year. Yeah, Jim Rant, you mean no harm, but you're actually doing harm, right? I mean, you don't have to. If we weren't meant to do it, it wouldn't be a thing. Dude, come on. Every time in life when we invent a better alternative, we end up going with that alternative. Look at all these cars. Everyone used to ride horses. We're not meant to drive cars. Tens of thousands of people die every year from driving cars. Why don't you stop driving a car? You want to be a lion? I don't think you want to be a lion, dude. Lions do really fucked up things. Wouldn't you want to be a civilized human that knows right from wrong, that can make decisions based on what you learn? Or you want to be like a wild animal, or be like a caveman? Saying you're a meat eater and it's going to stay that way is no disrespect. It's not about disrespecting me. I don't care. You can just disrespect me all you want. I'm out here asking people to stop disrespecting animals. And if you say that you're going to continue to eat meat no matter what, that's disrespecting animals. So, not cool with that. Tzatziki. Can you make a vegan tzatziki sauce? I mean, I would think so. You can make everything vegan, so you just got to try. Do it yourself and try it a few different times, because you might do it once and it might taste like crap, but then you learn from that and you make it better the next time, right? Somebody was saying they tried vegan mac and cheese once, it was horrible, and they're never going to try it again. Like, dude, if you go eat a steak and it's not cooked right and it tastes like shit, does that mean you're going to stop eating steak for the rest of your life? Like, come on. People that say shit like that is so stupid. That is stupid. I will call you stupid for saying things like that. You have an opposing opinion, so you're not open-minded. Wrong. A tofu turkey? Yeah. Vegans? That's like, who was that? Whose video was that? It was Mel, right? She was talking to that guy, and he was like, "Those vegans," and she was like, "It's vegans." He was like, "Vegans," but he said like, "It's just a made up word anyway." Those vegans. It's kind of funny. I'm probably way back in the comments now. Yeah, you should eat some walnuts every day. Walnuts are really good for you. They're probably the best nut for you, health-wise. So I always say, like, we need to be vegan for the animals. That's the number one thing. But then once you're vegan, I do recommend eating a whole food, plant-based diet and trying to be healthy. Like, we should try to be healthy. I think a lot of people should care more about their health than they do. And honestly, I ate a lot less meat because I started caring more about my health. But I went vegan for the animals. And I realized how easy it was. Yeah, thanks, Alicia. And you notice when I come here, they don't even say anything. Nobody comes outside. Nobody does anything. I go to that other place, and they all freak out. And they're just like all up my shit the whole time. It's really crazy. Yeah, the peanut butter powder. What is it? P2B or something? I've seen that before. They take the fat out. I eat a lot of peanut butter, but I eat. There's a really good peanut butter from Aldi. It's 100% peanuts. It's delicious. I eat like a peanut butter sandwich like every day. But yeah, mac and cheese. I was talking about that earlier. Try different mac and cheeses. I had some really, really good vegan mac and cheese. It's not that hard. Maybe make it yourself. You can probably make it yourself better than buying it. But there are some good ones in the store. But just try different ones, because some of them are really not that good. Just like burgers. You get like veggie burgers. A lot of veggie burgers, not that good. Bean burgers, though, they're okay. My favorite burger is mushrooms and walnuts. Those are the main two ingredients, mushrooms and walnuts. You can kind of make them yourself. I really recommend making things yourself. You're going to be able to make it all to your taste. What is this guy saying? Does our biology support eating meat? Plant abusers are weak. If you kick dogs for no reason, you're an animal abuser. Right. So why can we eat animals for no reason and that not be abuse? You see what we're saying? I don't think you've seen Dominion. I don't think you see what a lot of the farmers do to these animals. Watch Hog Washed. That was another one. It's on YouTube. It's free. That was one. That farmer farms pigs, right? So it relates to my sign I was holding. He was given an award for the best farmer in that area. The best farmer. Watch what he does to those pigs. Tell me that's not abuse. PB2, there you go. That's the peanut butter. Try to skip through some of these. Yeah, cheese is very cruel to animals. No, you're not blocked. Yeah, nutritionfacts.org. The Daily Dozen is on there. Easy checklist. You can make sure you're getting everything you need. And I also recommend, if you like the Daily Dozen and nutritionfacts.org, check out the Vegan Gym on YouTube. He has, it's all about like nutrition. He's a bodybuilder. He's a big dude. He's got a video that's like live to 100 plus. Like follow this nutrition plan, and it's based off the Daily Dozen, but it adds in a couple of things that can make it even better. He does a lot of meal prep videos and things like that. Really easy to follow. Bye, Marcus. I know I said I was gonna end it a few minutes ago, but I'm like Chip sometimes where he can't end his videos. It's hard to say goodbye. Vegan yogurt. What I get, it's cashew and coconut mixed. But I eat yogurt like every morning for my breakfast, and I put different seeds and some nuts and some berries and some peanut butter in it sometimes too. If I don't eat like a peanut butter sandwich, I'll put it in with my yogurt. It's really good. The Vegan Gym on YouTube, yeah. He's great. And he actually doesn't live that far from me. So at some point, I might try to meet him, do a video together or something. I think that would be cool. He's from Pennsylvania. Literally, like probably a half hour, 45 minutes away from here. All right, I just got caught back up. We all walk a little bit. Yeah, honey. I guess there are some vegans that still like eat honey. I think that's kind of weird. You can get plant-based honey. There is plant-based honey now. I didn't know about that. I mean, I guess it's been around for a while. But I recently just learned about plant-based honey. And I might try to make it myself. You can make it from apples. But when I decided to live vegan, I stopped eating honey and I just swapped it out for maple syrup. So if you want to add a little sweetness to things, just add maple syrup in there. Tastes like apple syrup. Well, it's made from apples, right? And it's basically what it is, isn't it? Yeah, here's the wiener place. Famous lunch. On this side it says famous wieners. Get your famous wieners. Famous wiener lunch. They've been there for over 100 years. Wait, I can make this one too. Ah. Zoos. Yeah, zoos are kind of shitty. Some lady that got mad at me about my Facebook post was vegan. She said she was vegan for 22 years. And I looked at her profile. She had a picture of, I'm guessing, her grandkids, because she doesn't have a picture of herself, but she seemed, the way she was talking, she seemed like she was like an old lady. So maybe it's her kids, maybe it's her grandkids, I don't know. But they were at the zoo. I'm like, how are you a vegan if you're at the zoo? You only have 3 pictures on your profile, and one of them is at the zoo. And telling me that I shouldn't be speaking up for the animals. Made me feel really weird. She was like, you need to be more compassionate with people. Literally only saw my post on Facebook trying to speak up about the misinformation that other people were posting about. But whatever. It's weird. Old people are on Facebook. Yeah, she's telling me that I gotta be more compassionate. I think I'm pretty compassionate to people when I talk to them. People just get triggered sometimes, no matter what you say to them. So you're not going to control that. Isn't this a T-Mobile place? I just got a new service with T-Mobile. No, yeah, Metro by T-Mobile. I just got a new home internet from T-Mobile, and they sent me a router, modem, router. I guess it's all in one. And I got it. I hooked it up. Right. The next day, I got another one. Like they shipped me 2 of them. So now I got to send one back, I guess. Answer some of these questions here. Yeah, cows can live to be 20 to 25. Most of them are killed less than 2 years. The lucky ones, maybe they live 3 or 4 years for meat. Dairy cows live a little bit longer than that. But they're basically tortured their whole lives. You think mountain lions should go vegan? That's a vegan debate. Once you're vegan, then we'll talk about that. The problem is people eating animals. Vegan is an ethical principle against the exploitation of animals caused by man as much as possible. It's not about wild animals eating other animals. Yeah, Mediterranean, Middle Eastern food, I have to agree, is some of the best. There's an Italian place right here. The Italian market. And then here's the bee place. Doggone bees. Hold on, I'm almost to the door. They sell all types of beekeeping stuff in there. Look at that guy. It's a paw print and a bee. Dogs and bees. Why do we love one and exploit the other? Most people agree dog fighting's bad. The guy I talked to earlier said that he doesn't like horse racing because of the way they beat them and kick them and things like that. Well, why is it okay to treat livestock, farmed animals, like even worse? It's kind of crazy. You can't afford. I thought being vegan was a privilege because it's so expensive. And then there's people like you saying that I can't afford food. Which one is it? You know, a lot of vegans said that they would never go vegan. And now they're vegan. So it's funny when people say that. Yeah, breeding's the problem. I don't know if somebody said overpopulation, but some people say that sometimes. The problem is breeding all these animals when we don't need to. We stop breeding, we'll stop killing them because they won't be here. We can rewild them. We can bring a better natural balance to the world. Most people want that. Most people like nature. They don't want parking lots everywhere and paint to cover the whole planet. Like, who wants that? Nobody wants that. We go to like forests and like national parks and like state parks, and we love being in nature. But then when we come back, we do like everything we can to kill nature. It's really crazy. Jonah, plants aren't sentient. Defenseless plants. There's a difference between sentience and plants. Wouldn't you agree that men killing other men or people killing other people is wrong? We've already established that that's wrong as a society. You do that, you're going to go to jail. I mean, unless it's legal killing, like wars. But most people don't agree with wars either, right? We should be able to have discussions and solve our problems without fighting and killing each other, right? Defenseless plant life. Well, if you can prove to me that plants are sentient, if you can get most of the scientists to agree with you that plants are sentient, then maybe I'll stop exploiting plants then, okay? But until then, stop exploiting animals because we know that they're sentient. The quality of the trolls are going downhill. They're sounding like Jeffrey Dahmer. Get some steak if you want. You mean dead animals? Call it what it is, man. Yeah, the best dishes I've ever had are plant-based. I was actually eating a filet mignon steak, a really, really nice restaurant, or an event. It was catered, really fancy dishes, meals, you know, filet mignon steak, big fat. It was like taller than it was wide. I couldn't even finish it. I ordered it like a month before, and they had a vegan option. And instead of the vegan option, I picked the steak because I figured I was cutting back, right? I was like, it was before I decided I was going to be vegan. And honestly, I didn't decide I was going to be vegan at that point either. It was a little bit after. It was probably a month after that I decided I was going to be vegan. But the last meat that I ate was that steak. The last chicken that I ate, I went and I met the chickens. I met the farmer at a pasture-raised chicken farm, and I bought a whole chicken there. It was a $30 chicken. That was the last chicken I ate. Realized I didn't want to be part of that anymore. Once I saw the cone of death, and I stood in her little slaughter room, I realized even if the chicken had a great life. Oh look, here's the asshole I had court with today. There's his truck. Don't you recognize the truck from yesterday? Look, he doesn't know. He's on his phone texting like all the other dumbasses. Look at him. There he is. Let's see if he notices me. Is he just picking his nose? Look, yeah, he's grabbing his phone. He's gonna get a video of me. That's the loser in court. Look at him all dressed up in his shirt. He always wears his camouflage and stuff. There he goes. That's funny. That's the face of a loser. But yeah, that filet mignon, it was the best steak you can get. I was so upset when I ordered it. I didn't even eat the whole thing. I ate about half of it and then I left. I went and walked down by the water. I was near the bay and I just sat by the water and I thought about it. I'm like, I'm never going to eat meat again. And then a month later, I decided I was going to be vegan and speak up for the animals. And it took me a little while to actually get out here and do it. Just a few months, but now it's been over a year. Far left. Now I got behind in the comments. Yeah, U.S. meat and dairy industries are spying on thousands of activists. Jeremy had a stream about it. If you guys know who I'm talking about. It was last week or something like that. Check out his stream. They want to silence us. Which, I mean, we should expect that, right? But they just want to make sure that if somebody like me, that's public, decides to do something like illegal, that they can try to figure out is easily, right? So if you are doing something like this public, don't do anything illegal. It's not very smart. If you do want to go and liberate animals, don't start a YouTube channel. Because it kind of ties your hands there. Mushroom stew. Yeah, Jim Rat. I don't know what he said, but no, I'm not paid to do this. You can see the donations that I've got. You can see how much it costs me to do this. I haven't updated it for the past week, so I do have to add some things to it. I'm 100% transparent with everything. When I do, I'm actually pretty close to getting, or I might actually be there after I update it. I might actually have now brought in more donations than it has cost me to do this. I do need to buy some more vegan outreach stuff. I really like those leaflets, so I will use some of the donation money to buy more leaflet stuff. I do have more money that was donated for the cats that I haven't bought the next thing for them, but I'm probably going to buy it tomorrow when I'm there. I want to just like make sure they don't need something else. And I'm just going to get more cat litter. But if I do bring in more donations than it's costing me to do this, I have other people and other sanctuaries that I'm going to be donating the money to. So I'm not doing this to make money. But the donations help me to be able to do this. I guess for free, if that's what you want to call it. And I can help animals. The whole point is helping animals, right? So, what about smoking weed then? Well, I did smoke weed until a couple weeks ago. I quit. Cold tofu. I don't know what people say instead of turkey, but I don't want to say cold turkey anymore. But yeah, I just quit. But I mean, that's vegan. I mean, there's nothing, you're not exploiting an animal for cannabis, right? Yeah, I mean, I understand. You can only take so much of somebody that. It's one thing if they're open-minded and they're trying to learn, but if they're just going to say that we're never going to change, blah, 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 and they don't want to listen, then I get it. Bye, Putin. What's for dinner tonight? For me, I don't know. I just made a bunch of food for my dogs, so I'm going to get back here and feed them dinner. I can tell you what I made them. I started with a bunch of lentils. I threw in a pack of tofu, a bunch of broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots, similar to what I eat. Chia seeds, flax seeds. I got to put the hemp seeds in. Throw in some hemp seeds in there too. Nutritional yeast, some peanut butter, some potatoes. I have some pumpkin I want to add in. And then I have taurine to put on top for supplement. I don't know if I'm missing anything. That might be it. But I got all that. I'm gonna like blend it all up, mix it all up really good. I don't know if I'm gonna throw it in the blender or just try to like mash it and blend it up. Oh shit, somebody's dying. I don't normally eat that late in the day. I eat a mid-sized breakfast, and then I eat a really big lunch, and then I actually don't eat dinner a lot of the time. It helps me sleep better at night. But I haven't been getting good sleep anyway. But I think that's just because I've been like kind of sick, or yeah. Oh, my phone's dying. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to stop. Can't see it now. Alright, thanks for being here, everyone. Really appreciate it. Got over 40 likes, that's cool. I'll be live tomorrow morning at the cat rescue place in Gettysburg and going to do some street outreach. So subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell so you get a notification when I start, or you should. It's not been working right, so if you don't get one, it's Google's fault. I can kind of barely see it a little bit. Turn my brightness up. I don't know if I can. But thanks, everybody. I'll see you guys.